the home of Invictus Wrestling, the Knights of Columbus in Ridgefield Park.
I'm glad to be here in the Mecca, guys. I'm glad to be here amongst our friends at Test of Strength Wrestling, and I'm glad always to be with Invictus.
Pretty Boy Smooth, the urban playboy, the current Rise Wrestling champion, and brought out by his good friends of Milk Chocolate, the Invictus Tag Team Champions, will be in action later tonight, defending those tag titles. But we are going to start with a big match, and the moment this match was announced, Drew, it was huge from the moment it dropped.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, I just got one question for Pretty Boy Smooth. How is the weather up there, sir? My God.
That's a big boy. Interesting, gentlemen. Pretty Boy Smooth comes out here with Milk Chocolate. PJ Savage comes out here with the Faceless Ones. Those two teams are going to collide later tonight.
They are going to collide for those Invictus Tag Team Championships, but PJ Savage holding that Climb for the Clout briefcase that he won the last time these two men, PJ and PB Smooth, met up. I mean, that big Climb for the Clout ladder match saw some incredible moments, including the moment where PB Smooth power-bombed PJ Savage onto a steel ladder, Alphonse.
Not to mention, when he took that power bomb, it almost ended his career. He suffered a bit of an injury in that match.
You saw PJ Savage in action with me, Drew Kazoo, up in Connecticut when PJ went up against Wrecking Ball Ligursky, and that was a huge match. It seems like United We Fight brings out some pretty big challengers for the Savage one.
I mean, you know, he definitely puts his money where his mouth is when he says he'll take on anybody, whoever they are. I mean, look at the size of the competition. Wrecking Ball Ligursky, now Pretty Boy Smooth.
And you hear the crowd here in the Mecca with chants of PJ's gonna kill you.
Definitely behind the leader of the takeover. I swear there used to be 4, but I kind of like it at 3.
Yeah, 3 is an even number for a triangle.
Yeah.
That adds up.
You know, got no dark corners you got to worry about. Nobody coming at you from behind. 3's a pretty good number for the takeover. Listen, you got Jacko and Face, the Faceless Ones, like he said, who will be fighting for the Invictus Tag Team Championships later tonight, and the man who may be on his way to becoming the next social media champion, PJ Savage, having that Climb for the Clout briefcase.
Absolutely, and we've seen in the past what that Climb for the Clout briefcase has done. Of course, for MCM when he cashed it in on Big Game Leroy, so we never know when PJ might be cashing it in.
And a big test for Savage here, going up against a man who does hold gold in the Rise Wrestling Championship, Pretty Boy Smooth. Outside the ring the hard way goes the Pretty Boy.
You know, this is a testament to the reputation that PJ Savage. Hold on a second here.
PJ's gonna fly. Oh, he put on the brakes. PB Smooth walked away.
But see, this is something about Savage. Savage playing to the crowd, gave Smooth an opportunity to grab that leg.
hung him up right there.
Talk about the height advantage. Barely had to jump.
Didn't even leave his feet. Unreal.
You know, and the thing, you know, with very tall competitors, the big men, as they say, Drew, usually not very agile, not super athletic, not super fast. Kind of those lumbering big men. Not Pretty Boy Smooth at all.
Not in the least.
Look at the speed at which he's connecting with these strikes. He has immense athletic ability, and he is about as agile as a cruiserweight.
That's scary.
Not to mention, his movements are very graceful for a man his size.
Yep.
And once again, that's, you know, PJ Savage not scared of that at all. Again, just a testament to the reputation of PJ Savage. He's got the crowd chanting, PJ's going to kill you. His opponent is 6'9". Let that one sink in.
Wow, and PJ Savage asking, is that all you got? PJ loves to fight. He's never backed down from a fight since I've known him.
Jesus Christ.
Big boot. Right. And, you know, notice, Smooth didn't even get his leg all the way up.
Right.
Okay, that knee was still bent.
Again, asking him if that's all he's got.
Unreal.
These two men are going to give it their all, that's for sure. And you got to know, you got to think that PB Smooth kind of has a little bit of malice in there because he believes that climb for the cloud briefcase should have been his.
Agreed. And again, these two have history in that match. You talking about the power bomb on the ladder. PB Smooth power bombing PJ Savage.
And you know that's in the back of PJ Savage's mind.
He actually mentioned it on social media earlier this week. And now mocking PJ Savage with the back. PJ's not a guy that you want to get upset, however.
And PJ, very different for a bigger competitor, will move around, will do a lot of things, which has led to some, you know, cardio issues in the past for PJ. PB, very methodical with every single one of his movements. He is very methodical in the way that he approaches the match, and you can see the way that he's approaching his offensive maneuvers on PJ here. Not wasting a lot of breath, not wasting a lot of energy, but making every shot count.
And if you notice, PB Smooth is controlling the pace of this match.
Yep.
It's been very slow and methodical thus far.
You guys know, like I know, all it's going to take is for one mistake, one slip up, and PJ Savage is going to be on him.
Well, there goes that mistake you were talking about, Drew.
Premonition.
That savage headbutt, but it may have taken everything out of PJ. He is face down in the corner of the ring. And I mean, PB's in no better shape himself, but at least he's on his knees. You see it here, this replay live on IWTv. That big splash missed by the Smooth one. And that huge headbutt, but it took everything. Savage struggling to get to his feet right now, Al.
And sometimes in professional wrestling, as we've seen many times throughout the course of our years in the business, you have to sacrifice yourself to inflict punishment on the other man.
That's exactly what he did, Aaron. Got him a few extra seconds there to regroup and get it together, and now we're back at square one.
And this crowd here in the Mecca in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, firmly behind PJ Savage, as you can hear at home.
Vicious shot by PB Smooth there.
But how wise is it for these two to stand in the ring and just trade blows with each other?
I mean, not wise at all. Wouldn't be wise for any one of us to have to take those blows. But PJ Savage and Pretty Boy Smooth both built to absorb those shots.
That's very true.
And it almost looks like Pretty Boy Smooth has just a little bit extra behind those shots.
He's got just a little bit more mustard on his sandwich. Ooh, what a forearm.
Savage staying on the attack, 2 straight now, and a third one. Pretty Boy Smooth may be on Dream Street soon enough.
He may be leaving his feet real soon.
Savage going for a 4th one, connects.
How is he still on his feet?
And still with enough mental tenacity to go for a clothesline of his own, but he misses it. Savage takes the big man down.
My goodness.
cover here by PJ. 1, 2, kick out. Smooth is not going to go down easy, but you have to think PJ needs this win. He is not only the holder of that Climb for the Clout briefcase, but this is the first match as the unquestioned leader of the TakeOver.
That is correct. As you alluded to earlier, TakeOver down one member. And now PJ Savage going for what looks like a full Nelson. And PB Smooth the wherewithal to get out of it.
Beautiful maneuver there by Pretty Boy Smooth. Covered. A kick out at 2.5 by PJ Savage. The athleticism of the Urban Playboy with that high angle leg drop, kind of like an axe kick almost, but from a standing position.
A knee to the face.
He went and attacked the knee of Pretty Boy Smooth, brought him down to a lower level.
Well, he might have a big boot to the face coming up, or a knee.
That Savage knee has ended matches for PJ across multiple promotions.
Wait a minute, that's Milk Chocolate. And Brandon Watts just pulled the ref out of the ring, him and Randy Summers.
Usually this goes the other way around. Usually it's Pretty Boy Smooth helping out Milk Chocolate.
Yeah, that's the enforcer. He's usually running rank for Milk Chocolate. This might cause a distraction that Pretty Boy Smooth needs to get back into this one, as the referee arguing with Randy Summers and Brandon Watts.
Looks like Milk Chocolate paying back all the favors here.
Pretty Boy Smooth is up, and PJ doesn't realize it.
PJ's attention taken firmly by Milk Chocolate. Pretty Boy Smooth got the Savage one off his feet, slammed him into the ring.
Oh, don't tell me. And somehow PJ kicked out. Wow.
And Milk Chocolate and Pretty Boy Smooth are absolutely livid right now.
Wait a minute, faceless ones are out here. As you mentioned earlier, they'll be in that tag team match for the titles.
Even in the odds here, Savage with a roll-up. Savage with a roll-up, and he gets him.
He did have a handful of tights, but I guess all's fair in love and war.
PJ Savage rolling up Pretty Boy Smooth. See here, Milk Chocolate up on the apron. The faceless ones saw enough, came out, even the odds allowed for PJ Savage to get that huge roll up there. And I didn't see any tights being grabbed.
Well, he let him go at 2. PB Smooth saying this isn't over.
Well, like you said before, Pete, PJ Savage firmly cementing his role as now the leader, full-on leader of TakeOver, setting the example not just for the faceless ones, but for all of us, for the entire Invictus.
And you got to think, could PJ Savage have gotten that victory had it not been for the faceless ones coming to his aid? And I tell you this much, I would very much like to see PB and PJ one more time with nobody messing with that outcome.
I don't think we've seen the end of this rivalry.
And as